I'm going to take apart this thrift store chair and remove the stuffing from the cushions and reupholster it and plant it with straw that's been inoculated with mushroom spores in order to create a piece in which live mushrooms grow from the cushions of the chair. I always try and match the style of the chair with the type of upholstery to the type of mushroom so that the visual elements play off of each other. In this case, I'm going to be using lion's mane mushrooms, which grow in these large white clumps that have these sort of tendril forms that come off of them. And so I wanted to contrast that to the angularness of the chair and then the lush red of the velvet. In my process, I'm always looking for new ways to see both nature and beauty. I think that our ideas of nature and beauty are constructed and very intertwined. I think we get a lot of our ideas of beauty from nature. I grew up in northern Minnesota on the Minnesota-Canadian border, International Falls, Rainy Lake, and quite a bit of my childhood was spent in a home that was in the middle of the woods. We had sled dogs and always a plethora of pets, from rabbits to guinea pigs, the standard fare. So I spent most of my time playing with my brother outside and friends and exploring, and I think that my visual vocabulary assembled itself from that environment. This is straw that is inoculated with the mushroom spores. It's been pasteurized, so there's no other pathogens in the straw. It gives the mushrooms a good opportunity to sort of completely take over and colonize this substrate. So this is what the mushrooms are going to feed off of for the next couple months. The mushrooms will probably start to sprout in about 2 weeks, and then hopefully in 4 weeks they'll be in full bloom. We'll see.
I think Kate is a very interesting and exciting young artist. She has an intelligent sense of wonder about the world around her. So she's responding in a way that isn't simply emotional or intuitive. She's also responding in a way that's very thoughtful and intellectual. And it's that combination of being intuitive and intellectual that's quite unusual.
I'm drawn to aspects of nature that are sometimes unnerving or underappreciated. You know, mushrooms, for example, they're a decomposer. They're a very necessary agent of life, but not necessarily one of the most appreciated forms.
She doesn't simply use one particular medium. She's made sculpture, she does installation, she's done performance. She's made some gorgeous collages with photographs that are very beautiful. She's made videos. So she works in a variety of ways, and in that sense her work is eclectic.
The medium changes, but the interest in cultural perceptions of nature is the common thread. For example, I have a video of hermit crabs that are crawling in my hair. The hermit crabs are the figures in the landscape, and so often that role is reversed, especially in old paintings. It's always the human that is the figure in the landscape of nature. And so it's a role reversal. So it's about that, but it's also about that unnerving beauty that sort of happens when you're a bit unsure as to whether something is safe or not. It's about that unclear relationship between us and something else. I hope that people, when they look at my work, they think about those concepts and, if anything else, just looking closer at the world around them.
Minnesota Original is made possible by the State Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund and the citizens of Minnesota.